Shalom to all. Today we talk about Adam and Eve and the tree of knowledge of good and evil, made centuries after because an apple is red and beautiful and is tempting, but it was either wheat or some kind of other fruit perhaps, but there's different opinions, but none of them is an apple, just to get that off the table. So the thing is the whole thing starts with Adam and Eve being naked, and even though they're naked, they're not embarrassed. That's how the whole thing starts. Then the snake tempts Eve to eat from the fruit. She does. She gives it afterwards to her husband. He also eats from it, and they get punished. All three of them get punished. That's how usually we know the story. But it also ends, really, the Hebrew division ends it not with just the punishment, but afterwards that they were forgiven, they repented, they were forgiven, and the continuation of the story. Why does this matter? Again, because the focus is not just the sin. It actually shows us that how humankind perhaps changed, how everything changed in the world, but there's still an opening of teshuvah, of repenting and being forgiven. So again, it starts with Adam and Eve being naked without any clothes and not being embarrassed. What does that have to do with it? Because after they eat from the tree, it shows us the change from before and after the sin, from what the sin caused. So there are many interpretations. I'll just present perhaps the one Maimonides, which is very basic and very well known, and I like it. So Maimonides says, what's the difference? Before that, they had mind, they were intelligent and everything. They knew to differentiate between true and false. What God also told them to do and what He told them not to do. That's good and that's evil and that's it. Everything else is just true. It wasn't really good and bad. It was really just true and false. Even with things that God told them, whatever He told them, they understood to be as truth, and anything else is false. What changes the tree of good and evil, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, that is something already subjective. What one culture can think that is good, another culture can think is bad. These things change and are subjective, and that is what changed. It's like really the poison of a snake, because it's not clear. It's not true and false. It's warped. It's just political. When a baby is born naked. Nobody thinks it's awkward. Nobody thinks that it's rude or shrewd or anything, because it's a baby. It's innocent. Only later, if you don't have any clothes on, then it can carry different interpretations. It could be viewed. It is viewed by people as good and bad. But again, it's not true and false. It's good and bad. Why should it be good or bad if you have clothes or not? That is something that changed only once they ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And that's how humanity changed till today. That people are judgmental. You view things as good and bad, and it's not objectively true and false. And it's interesting because in Hebrew the word arum has two meanings. One means naked, and another, which might be the opposite, means also shrewd or cunning or sly. And it says, when it starts the story, it says they were arum, meaning they were naked. And then the next verse says, and the snake, by comparison, or on contrary, the snake was also arum, meaning from the context that he was shrewd. So same word with the different meanings, one after the other, because of the opposites of these two things carry the whole idea of what the sin was, or what the meaning of eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil meant, what it carried to humanity till today. However, the story ends that indeed, so once they ate from the tree, they felt they were naked. God said, "Where are you?" Which is a question till today that should echo in the DNA of humanity. Where are you? Where are you standing? Where are you? What have you done? Because of course God knows where Adam was. He was behind this or that tree. God sees everything. But where are you? Where are you standing? Where are you now? I put you on such a high level. I put you in the Garden of Eden. Everything was open for you. You had all these options, and you chose to do the one thing I asked you not to do, which is to eat from this tree or from this fruit. Where are you? The question that we carry till today. And then Adam blamed wife, which is also something that is carried till today. And the woman blamed the snake. The snake was not given an opportunity to blame anyone else, but was immediately condemned. And these punishments are things that we probably carry till today, and hopefully we alleviate from them. They would be alleviated from us from generation to generation, century to century, till the end of days, till the punishment is erased, till we are risen to a higher level where that sin of the tree of knowledge of good and evil will be corrected and fixed, so that we could see things as they are, true and false, without judging others. Are they good or bad? Just true or false. How innocent, how pure, how beautiful. And again, this whole chapter in the Hebrew division ends with God, kicking them out of Eden, but giving them another opportunity and blessing them that they be good and have children. That is an optimistic ending.